Hello, I'm Jeannette Meier, and Ruben Perczek is next to me. We are the co-creators of the Positive Impact Movement. And I'm Jeannette. I'm based in Barcelona, in Spain. And this is a global movement. I'm a socially conscious change maker. And a socially conscious change maker is someone that it's a special breed of social entrepreneurs, because we really don't fit in the social entrepreneurship. We are working from the inside out. We do what is linked to who we are. So that's why here, Ruben is co-creating with me the Positive Impact Movement. He's also a socially conscious change maker. And what we do, we empower you guys. We connect, inspire, collaborate, and support you to become so that your projects become sustainable, but working from who you are to the outside world, no? From your inner world to the outer world.
I know we're talking to people who are coming into the space, and just being very straightforward about what I'm experiencing in this moment is that we are in need of collaborating in our world to make the changes that we care about, right? And there's many people all over the world who are hungry and very inspired to change this world, to create positive good in society, considering the tremendous challenges that we're facing as a humanity these days. And socially conscious change makers come from different backgrounds, all kinds of industries, all kinds of services that are being offered, and intentions and ways and styles of producing this positive change. But I think that one of the core elements that will make this possible, in other words, will provide us with the opportunity to actually make sustainable positive changes in our world, is dependent on us coming together as a community. That requires dedication, that requires commitment. It requires a certain amount of humility, in what we're doing, because we all come from different cultures, different backgrounds, different trainings. You are yourself a systems engineer, and I think I've had a few professions before in my life, including professional sports, the performing arts, academia, formal academia, and also business, being in the world of business for the past 20 some years. And after meeting you, Jeannette, I'm really thrilled to be able to be co-creating this movement with you, and creating this community through emphasis on collaboration, through emphasis on empowering people, to come together and be together as a strong community. She's emphasizing the person rather than what they're doing, and I think I would love you to say a few more words about that, because I think we are used to actually considering other people or having an impression of other people strictly from what they're doing rather than from the person that they are. And that has created a lot of pain in our society, because we very seldom get to share who we are as a human being. So
yeah,
I love it that you mentioned that.
Yeah, it happened to me when I was creating my social enterprise, no? And I was going to summits and events, and I was asked about the project. And for me, the project was the outcome of who I was. And for me, the most important thing is the person behind the project, because depending on who we are and our values, it's how we really are going to positively impact, through our projects.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I didn't find it anywhere, and I didn't fit to social entrepreneurship as per se. And that's why, we are now creating the Positive Impact Movement. Mm-hmm. And one part which I've been missing, and I found also with friends of mine, and the spiritual aspect or the empowerment aspect, also when you go to those places, there's nothing that empowers you. It's you that needs to be empowered. That's why here, Ruben, you have this methodology, which is especially to reinforce who we are and understand that the most important thing is to understand and be who we are to create positive impact, and to create, because whenever you are okay with yourself, whenever you are aligned to who you are, you will be positive impact. And another thing is when you do that, you serve others also, mm-hmm. because your projects, you will get empowered by serving others, and it's part of your development. Mm-hmm. And that's why socially conscious change makers are a special breed of social entrepreneurs. And you, Ruben, you have this methodology that allows us to together evolve, to understand each of us with what we do, that it's so broad, because we all are authentics and we all do authentic things.
I've dedicated my whole career, as I think I mentioned earlier, to understanding how to draw the best out of people.
Yes.
And I've studied this subject matter, I've practiced it, I have lived it, in my personal life. And it really takes practice in the kind of life that we're living as a humanity to commit to being responsible for your own work, your own experience, your own impact, right? Like nobody else is responsible for your own experience than yourself. The difference in the methodology or the framework that we're using here is that it is not a framework that speaks about any unique philosophy or way of doing anything. It's up to you as a human being to decide how is it that you want to actually awaken the best of you. But as a community, we come together to support each other in doing that. And the other aspect of this, we've mentioned collaboration and we've mentioned authenticity and being who you are, right? But then there is another aspect that is key, which has to do with change, like the ongoing change that is part of the natural process of life, which helps us to naturally evolve our capacities to tap into the being that is already there, into the power, into the potential that is already there, and bring it forth in a way that is sustainable and also impactful to the people that you're serving.
Yes. So the highlight here is also that what we do, we don't do alone. We do it together, and we evolve together. We support each other in our evolution, and also the evolution of others nurtures our evolution and the way we do things and the way we empower the community.
Yes, right. It's a very integrative process.
Yeah.
Where it's very participatory and it's collectively driven rather than individually kind of focused, right?
Yes.
I think
Yes.
that's one of the things that I love about what we're doing is this emphasis on collaboration, on collective awareness, on creating supportive networks. And this is what's happening in the positive impact movement, that, you know, our collective coming together is self-generated, and in one way is mysterious, but in another way it's exciting because you don't know what's going to happen from week to week. So it's the community who is contributing to that, not us. I mean, we have
Yes.
the space, but and we commit to creating our own enterprise, but we do it as participants within the community as well. So that's great.
Yes, and everybody has each of us has the opportunity to evolve as they are, as they need to evolve, no, and to absorb and nurture themselves in the way they need.
Yeah, that's really such an important point, which is everybody has their own pace, their own way of doing things, and their own readiness and capacity to do whatever it is that you're doing. And so we in our space, we really emphasize that this is not a linear process, that we come together in respect of each other, inclusive of different ways of doing things, and at the same time provide you with opportunities to move, you know, in faster or in slower, in whatever ways that serve you. Another thing that comes up for me is that we love interviewing people to see what it is that is working for them. So I can't wait to, or it's not really interviewing, but it's more like featuring or having an opportunity to learn from each other through podcasts, through virtual monthly sessions that invite people globally to attend, where everybody will have a chance to kind of present their projects, and we can learn from each other, from what is actually happening on the ground.
Yes, yes,
projects,
and connect, because many times as socially conscious change makers you feel alone, no, and you're not able to talk to anyone that understands you, and you have people like you, no, that you're able to connect, even if they are I don't know, you're in one end of the world and the other one is the other part. It doesn't matter. At the point of time, we're in the same place.
Right. Having been through different experiences in community where sometimes the emphasis is on business outcome and on actually creating results that are tangible and measurable. And then in other communities where the emphasis is on growth and personal development, etc., I think our community has the feature that is, you know, very inviting and inspirational for me, and I know for you, Janet, in that, you know, we're actually working on real projects, on real. That's why socially conscious change makers is like, okay, what is the change that you're actually involved in? And of course, it attracts entrepreneurs or people who are working on their unique businesses through a variety of projects, right? But as you said earlier, and I've experienced this in my career, which is the more you actually bring yourself, your true self, your actual self, you know, kind of like the full of you into your projects, the better results that you're getting. But the way it works is that you're not waiting for the results, permission to be who you are. And I love that. And that's why I'm so passionate about what we're doing. It's like, wow, it's almost like, really? Is this really happening? I'm like thrilled, basically, to be co-creating this with you. I can't wait to meet so many people. Yeah.
Yeah, because every time we meet, the people we have in the community, it's amazing because we grow, no, and it's heart-to-heart connections, because at the end we come with who we are, and we openly show who we are and what are our issues or what are our problems, and or anything, but showing ourselves, no, to the others. And that's one thing I want to highlight. It's Ruben and I, how we met, no. It has been through another community, but when we had to interview ourselves, and when we started talking, each of us, of what we were doing, we just were amazed on how mirroring we each other were from the other one, no, and the same values, the beliefs, the vision, and well, how we see the world, no? And how we see ourselves. And for us, it was an immediate openness, no? And opening also the possibility to co-create the movement, because well, we were talking heart to heart, and we were talking well, based on what we do and what we love to see in the world, our dreams, our vision. And so we decided to co-create, because not only are we mirrors, but we are also complementing.
Right.
No?
Right. Oh, most definitely. I mean, it's so many common paths that you and I have shared, you know, throughout our lives, you know, multicultural kind of influences in both of our lives, and different experiences within our careers that have led us into a common interest that we share these days, including work in organizations and work that I continue doing within organizations, developing talent and developing leaders and leading cultures or leadership cultures, high performing, sustainable cultures for the common good of society, for the positive good. And I know you also come from that world, and we continue both in our own lives to be involved within organizations, which is something that, you know, I look forward to developing with you as well in the world, and I'm very grateful.
Yes, me too. And special also, so that people understand that what is co-creation, no? And it's not only partnering with someone, coming together and doing a business negotiation. Here there are no negotiations, no? At the end, it's me with my story, my experience, my need to connect and create a community that empowers those socially conscious change makers. Coming with Ruben, who has his experience, his story, his own way, no, that has a new methodology and everything that has led us in one point of time to come together and co-create something that it's, in our vision, going to positively impact the world through something that it's innovative and important for us, no? And it's not a business partnership. It's a coming together, because together we are stronger in what we do individually and in who we are. So this is the baseline of the positive impact movement.
Right. Oh, of course. Yeah. You remind me of like a famous sports coach that used to say that, you know, focus on the process and the score will take care of itself. And I think what you're saying is that, you know, we're really using or valuing, prioritizing, emphasizing our relationship, the people who we are, and then whatever is co-created for, more traditional business kind of structures will takes care of itself. But that is, as you know, not such a common occurrence in our lives. So we're actually, being role models for how to do this, how to co-create from relationship, from collaboration, from being, right?
Yeah.
Not from doing. And being vulnerable with each other and humble to see, okay, how do we actually enter our lives on a regular basis to celebrate the power that is already there and that is there for the purpose of positive impact in society.
Yes, yes. So we're happy you're here. I have listened to us. We wanted to present you what we do and why we are co-creating, and showing who's behind the project.
Yes,
So thank you so much.
I look forward to meeting many of you guys, learning together and seeing the evolution of our co-creation as an unfolding of the mystery that lies already within our lives. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you.